This is my 1990 Mazda Miata STM. It's a local region car, the Appalachia region. I just got done. I've got about, I think the last time I checked, it's like $2,300 into this car total. I bought it. It was pretty broken, and it wasn't running. It's got pretty bad crank wobble. It's a short nose. I've gutted it. The hard top I had prior, so it didn't come with that. I ripped the soft top out. I put these little mirrors on the side just because I had to have something. I didn't have mirrors when I got it anyways. I pretty much gutted it. It's pretty dark. I don't know if you can see. But I've taken the soft top out, rain rails, anything in here besides the dash, and all the havoc is out, and I built a panel for it. There's nothing underneath the dash at all, so it's pretty much just the plastic that's there. I'd say maybe half the gauges work. I think my speedo works, but I'm not sure if it's the right gear in the transmission, so I don't really know. The next thing to do on this car is what a lot of the SSM guys do, and take out all the interior of the doors and the door bar in the back, and then just hang the windows. Right now I'm in the process of finishing a poly bushing install. They're just some simple KYB AGXs with some like 250 foot-pound or inch-pound springs. There's nothing. It's not a very aggressive suspension setup, but again, it was relatively cheap, and the car is decently competitive in class considering the weight. I just got finished with the rear. The rear was all done. Sorry it's so dark. And as I was finishing the front, as you can see over here, these are the lower ball joints I was taking out. This one's still pretty good. This one is pretty terrible. So I'm going to have to get a replacement for that. I've also replaced the bushings on the upper ball joints, and in the process of doing the tie rods, it's got a I've got a second motor that I'm about to put into it. That's the next step. It's just another 1.6 long nose from 94. I don't know how many miles, and it's not in bad shape. You can pick up 1.6s so cheap. It's I wish I could do a 1.8, but trying to keep this thing on a budget, and doing the 1.6 seems to be the best bet. And the trunk, the keys don't really work. I took out all the latch mechanisms, and I put these things called Terry body springs on them. They're just real easy. I got a lightweight battery. Kind of put as low as I could and further back. I'll probably end up chopping all this stuff out in the tube and running some sort of rear diffuser. Let's see. I've got really not much else in it. There's some old Toyos, the R1Rs. They're pretty much done for this season. Next season I've got new ones. I just need to mount them, and then that exhaust goes to a Subaru. As for everything else, that's pretty much it. I'll be working on some aero. I plan to do a front diffuser. I've got a replica GV lip and some side skirts, and I'll probably be cutting off the back and the trunk, or I'm sorry, the back bumper to accommodate a diffuser of some sort. I don't know how much it's going to work. It's just something I want to try. And I'll probably be using a trunk spoiler, or if I can find a cheap wing, like a car, like a COT wing, or some sort of proven wing. I'd like to do that, but I'd spend probably too much money doing it. But this is it, just a quick update on the car. As time goes, I'll be doing more during the season this year. It's okay competitive in STM. Again, this is a local region class only. Really, the only requirement in this class is a 140 treadwear tire or higher. I'm sorry, well, for next year it'll be 200 treadwear or higher. This year's 140 treadwear or higher. So other than that, it's a pretty fun car. I do mostly top 5 finishes, a few top 3s. I was real close finishing first in the last event, but just wasn't in the cards for me. So work on some driving, shave some weight, see how things go.